You know,
Hello,
this is,
Professor Giedre. What are you showing us?
yes, so this is a sample from 16th century Vilnius Old Town.
Uh-huh.
It was excavated at about maybe 3 meters deep
Mhm.
trench.
Mm-hmm.
And here you can see, you can zoom in, you see there is plums, cherries, different kind of plants. Here, for instance, a smaller like a hazelnuts. This is Camelina sativa. There are different like apples, some rat bones, you know, fish bones. You see this vertebrate of fish. It's anything what people left behind, and because it's waterlogged, it's really very well preserved.
Oh, right.
So he, my student, is now picking up like a macro level different seeds, and then later he will move through to look through the microscope. So
This is what archaeobotany.
yes, and for instance, here is also very close to the house. Look at this. This is a granary which burned down. It's full of rye and buckwheat. Sekalis cereale and fagoparum esculentum.
Wow.
So it's like this Civitas Rutenica Slavonic city, which was established after our Duke Gediminas wrote the letters in 1323, inviting everybody to come and settle in a place called Civitas Vilnius. It was 700 years ago. That's why we're now celebrating 700 years ago.
Okay, wow.
So yeah, and these are the millets which we are studying also.
Yeah,
For instance, this is the site.
Oh, these are
What
the
this
millets,
guy
right.
is looking now,
Right.
it's actually in an island in a lake
Mm-hmm.
from Bronze Age, and he is finding these millets.
Okay.
Runcorn millet or panicum
Panicle
millet.
millet.
And this is a foxtail millet.
Foxtail millet. Proso millet. Yeah.
No, this is proso. This is
the
foxtail.
yeah, yeah.
This is foxtail. Or we call it canary. Vegetation period is too short.
Right.
So I try to grow foxtail millet in my house from these seeds,
Yeah.
and I managed to get only this. You see, it never matured, the seeds.
Uh-huh.
It's too short of a vegetation period, and they don't understand
yeah.
the day length. Remember we're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
different breeds, different breeding systems. Of course, we can make it possible, but not here. This is spelt wheat. That's something what we are. It's called the gloom wheat, which is like super hard to thresh, but it's extremely nutritious and you know, not really. Also, this is durum wheat or macaroni wheat. Also different species. This is peas, legumes, Camelina sativa, which is another kind of plant which forgotten. It's actually adapted to grow in a northern latitude, and it's very good substitute for the animal fodder.
Right. You have samples from Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan.
Yeah, it's mainly humans, animals.
This one is grown here, right?
I-
You're grown here.
I bought it from cannery shop in a
No, where?
Yeah.
Which one is you grown?
Here.
This one.
this one.
It
I
is
grew
not
it
matured,
within my, and you see it didn't grow into the seeds. It didn't mature the seeds.
Now I understand what you mean by getting the right seeds for our field station
Yeah,
in
you need
Torpsamar.
selected seeds which are not messing up by the long daylight.
Exactly.
Because they don't understand when to. It's all hormonal, like in
Yes,
any other organism. So they wait for trigger, and the trigger has shortening day length intensities, you know, UV intensity, and only then when they get this trigger, then they started, you know, to blossom.
Right.
If you don't get this trigger, sometimes we can get this trigger, but then they wait for the day length to be shorter to start maturing seeds, because that's when they know that the season change. But if you have 24 hours day length, you know, up in the mountains or up in the north, they just grow, and die. They never mature seeds.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
They do this giant biomass, so
Right.
they have leafy matter, but they don't have that signal telling them, okay, now it's time to set the seeds.
Right.
You know, or it's time to blossom, basically.
Actually, I told you the speed breeding technology. We did more.
So this is the Bioarcheology Center at Vilnius University.
So this is also cool.